वो दिन कितने प्यारे थे, ये दिन भी कितने प्यारे हैं। तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे, तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे। बाबा अब भी साथ हमारे हैं।
दादापन के संस्कार वाली आत्माएं की निशानी है। वो कभी भी ये संकल्प मात्र भी नहीं करते कि कोई दे तो देवे, कोई करे तो करे नहीं। निरंतर खुले भंडार। तो बाप दादा चारों ओर के बच्चों का दादापन के संस्कार देख रहे थे। क्या देखा होगा? नंबरवार तो है ही ना। कभी भी ये संकल्प नहीं करो ये हो तो मैं भी ये करूं। दादापन के संस्कार वाले को सर्व तरफ से सहयोग स्वतः प्राप्त होता है। न सिर्फ आत्माओं द्वारा, लेकिन प्रकृति भी समय प्रमाण सहयोगी बन जाती। ये सूक्ष्म हिसाब है कि जो सदा दाता बनता है उस पुण्य का फल समय पर सहयोग, समय पर सफलता उस आत्मा को सहज प्राप्त होता है। इसलिए सदा दातापन के संस्कार इमर्ज रूप में रखो। बच्चे, मैं आपके सदा साथ हूँ। Merciful Bestower, Master Bestower, embodiment of all attainments. Just as the Father has mercy for the children of the Bestower who are crying out for limited attainment, in the same way you children who are embodiments of Master Bestowers should have mercy for the souls of the world, that your brothers are wandering around chasing after temporary desires. Children of the Bestower, have a vision of mercy and compassion for your brothers. Be a great donor and a bestower of blessings. Be the sparkling jewels of contentment and make every one content. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 4. Merciful and Bestower, Master Bestower, embodiment of all attainments. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Baba says just few words, but makes everything so clear. Baba said, if you have the sanskars of bestower, which Baba said that you have because in golden age you were deities and deities are always givers. Your images in copper age, iron age had been bestowing. So how do I know if I have sanskars of bestower? That I don't see, I can only give what I get, or if this one gave, then I give. A very subtle point, very subtle, right? All types of ways to give. It's not external, but even cooperation or sharing in the task. Mhm. If I am a bestower, I will always, always be present, participant, cooperate, whatever is needed. For me, I always look at whatever I am doing is for Baba and Baba's Yagya. And all what I am doing, all account is with Baba. So charity is where I just constantly give. I don't look at like, oh, I didn't get from here, or this one doesn't do. I have to give, whether it is love, whether it's cooperation, or whatever it's required. Very interesting, both points, if we keep in our mind that when I am doing it, this kind of charity, because this will be considered a charity, then you get cooperation and success all the time. So we should always remember that when we are bestowers, we're doing charity, we get cooperation not only by souls, but also by nature. It's very, very, I think, very big blessing that even elements will help me at the right time. So it's very, very important points. Now, when it comes to being the embodiment of all attainments, Attainments here first are internal. One of the most important attainment I feel if we have is love. Love for the self, love for others, love for Baba, love. Because heart opens, Baba said your treasure store should remain open. It's only with love. So attainment or embodiment, one of the attainment is love, loveful being. And then I feel what is very important is to have a peaceful mind, very peaceful. Externally, situations change, fluctuate. Because when mind is peaceful, it's very easy to feel close to Baba. Not only that, but you are able to get the success. You're able to get what you want. So not allow mind to be disturbed, upset. Just stay very, very. Today I was thinking, even patience is a big quality. So inner treasures have to be full. And that is what will help me, to be bestower. As Baba said, you do the charity. Otherwise, why should I do? This one didn't do. Why should I give? This one didn't give. Whom are we giving, right? And what my account is being created. It's Baba, no, who keeps the account of whatever. So this whole internally, our efforts, just check, it does happen sometimes that we don't feel like bestowing. Why should I give? Why should I do? I, in my life, always, I'm doing, creating my fortune. Is Baba's yagya, as much I sustain, I will be sustained from yagya. All other human beings around, whether they are instruments or anyone, they playing their part. Each one has to see, am I a bestower? Do I have sanskars of being bestower? Am I the embodiment of all attainments? So that's what Baba says. Now, at this time, everyone is chasing after attainments. I know Baba's children, many times they said, Sister Mohini, I am getting promotion, should I take it? And then said, well, it will be little more money, a status, but lot more time, lot more work. So I will have less time for Baba's service. So I don't think I will take it. Now, in the Lokik world, people are chasing after promotion, status, right? Because Baba's children know now where should my time be spent. So they balance it and they say, no, whatever job I have now, I'm able to give enough time for Baba's seva. So it's like their thinking, is of all attainments in a way. I have, right? And then whatever is needed, if had been charitable, Baba said, if it's needed, then cooperation and success will come to you. not only cooperation from souls, but Baba said even from elements. And I think we all have this experience that if you internally contentment and very light and just do what you have to do, the elements, the nature will protect you. I have experienced so many times the cooperation of nature and of good souls. Whenever like I'm sitting and now see, oh, I want to get this or do this, I can't. Looking for someone, somebody definitely comes. Angels appear, right? And I say, oh, well, angel has come now. So internally keep determined thought that I have to be the master bestower. I have to be charitable soul and create such a account, but also rays of contentment, Baba said. It's very interesting. How do we give the rays of contentment? Just be the embodiment, right? Because your personality, your attitude, your thoughts will create that an atmosphere, create that energy. Your treasure store should remain open, but people's heart will also remain open then. It's so interesting when Baba saying that means more I am charitable at Baba's seva, more cooperation will come. So that's a very important point to think of, that more cooperation will come, success and cooperation. That means many souls, their hearts will open and they will start saying, but I have everything. So their love, their generosity, their openness will again come for the service of Baba. But because I was the one who inspired them, not by saying you should do this, you should do this, no. By being the image of contentment, they could see that they could have contentment too. Why they are chasing after so many things. And that contentment will create that generosity in their heart. So our treasure stores have to remain open, but then their treasure stores will also open. There will be the feelings of giving cooperation more, belonging to Baba, surrender to Baba, to serve constantly, yagya. These thoughts will emerge. And when these thoughts emerge, definitely they will do it. So at this time, it seems like we have to do service in this way. Be a bestower, master bestower, embodiment of attainments, and do the seva, be present as instrument, and then see what Baba said as the magic, the return of charity as cooperation and success. Om Shanti.
Mohini Didi, good
Yeah.
evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening to the whole Avyakti Parivar family. It's amazing where they're coming in from Asia and everywhere else. It's so beautiful. You know, you really drew my attention last night to the aspect of being the bestower, that unless you're the bestower, there can't be mercy. And I know that you're going in this direction of the dharana, of being the bestower, but I'm still a little bit caught up with the aspect of the philosophical aspect of mercy and the machinery, the mechanism of mercy and how it works. And so within that, as you're indicating, there has to be charity, there has to be forgiveness, there has to be acceptance. All the qualities, I think, have to be there. Is there ever any possibility of God withholding mercy? Or is he just like the rose, that the rose automatically gives the fragrance, Bob automatically gives that fragrance?
Yeah,
Can
not
God
only,
withhold mercy?
I always look at the elements, you know. I always
Mm-hmm.
look at sunlight. Now, it always shines, or but like someone just draws curtain and doesn't want to be in sun. So, but then sun is always giving, giving, giving.
Right, right,
Every element, if you see that it constantly give water when there is rainfall, doesn't want to fall to see if trees have received or not, if
right.
leaves are, just give. So that's why I like when Baba said, you have sanskar of bestower, but sometimes we start looking at why this one doesn't do this, so why should I do? Why this turn didn't cooperate? Why should So that's where you should be merciful on your own self, because your heart and your generosity is getting limited. And I know that it's really interesting that if whatever anyone does, but whatever I am supposed to do, as a bestower, I should continue to do. And I have so many times now Baba is talking of bestower, but for when it comes to yagya, when it comes to my task, I have to do what I have to do, whether it is bought through body or time or whatever resources I have to use. Because that's what Baba is saying, then it's charity. But
It's
if you
charity.
keep thinking about how much other one is doing, this one doesn't do, why should I do? This goes on lot, right? And it's really a lot of waste of time and not allowing your bestower quality to emerge. So keep reminding ourselves that I
Yeah,
am the image of attainments and
right.
master bestower.
Not the sanskar of someone who's generous, right? If I'm constantly thinking about, I did this much and they didn't do that much. So it's showing a limitation in the resources that I myself have.
It's
And so
very
this,
interesting
yeah,
that the Gulzar, once there was a situation, it always will be different sometimes of opinion, sanskar and all that. So that was there. And I said, but for Baba's task, whatever is needed, I'm going to do it. I will not stop it. Whether whatever soul sanskar could be, but that shouldn't interfere between God's task and my being bestower. And Dadi Gulzar one time gave me this blessing. She said, because of that quality, you will always have abundance,
mm,
inter- internal and external. And I don't forget it, because I realize that, yes, I have this, if I have to give and give, why are you thinking about the soul, what soul is doing, whether appreciating or not, or because some people don't appreciate giving. But why should I stop giving? What I have to do, I'm doing for yagya, I'm doing as my part of what I should be doing. So I think there is this sanskar. If we underline it, it can
there
really
is.
work very well.
And you're very much in the present and moving into the future, but we are also carrying stuff. And I was wondering if, I don't even know if you can make a distinction, but in this area of where I've given sorrow and where I've taken sorrow, where is more mercy and forgiveness needed? One is maybe for others, one is for myself. How do I have that? Do I need more mercy for myself or more mercy for others?
I
Whether
think
I gave or accepted sorrow.
See, I always say, let's say something happened. You didn't had intention, but it
Right.
happened and somebody took sorrow,
Good.
right? So I tell that person, now that person says, oh, that one took sorrow, I shouldn't have. I say, well, it's drama, it passed, it's gone. Have lot of love, good wishes for the soul, for yourself also. Because if you are suffering now of what you did, and it was just abruptly, sometimes you do certain things. So don't feel bad about it, because it's a lot of waste of time, energy, and also relationships. So if you become okay immediately and say, okay, it's drama, I forgive myself or have mercy, and keep extending lot of good wishes to that soul. And somewhere that heals, it gets,
Okay.
yeah, it gets removed and healed. Or when I ask that person, I say, sorry, I shouldn't have. That, but it's all right, it didn't bother me. So as I was thinking that that might have hurt a lot, maybe it will heal. So that's what the method I use. Not only I use, but I tell many younger ones that you can't keep worrying about. Sometimes it does happen that you say certain things, but have a lot of pure feelings, good wishes for when you doing for others. It's in your own mind, right? So it's coming to you automatically. If I have pure thoughts, first I am getting it, and then I am saying.
Right.
So same is bestower is really you giving to yourself, you making yourself full. If we know that giving and giving is not giving, it's you becoming full,
Yeah.
because
Um,
it's
no,
yours, no. I mean,
you had also said, I think it was yesterday or was it tonight, about, revealing our images as the bestowers because we are the roots of the tree. And I just wanted to acknowledge that today is the most important day in the Jewish calendar. It starts this evening, goes on for 25 hours. And it's called the Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur, where they confess their sins, what they did wrong during the year, and where the hope is. And again, they have a 10-day period from their
mm,
new year till today. There's 10 days, like the 9 nights. And then hopefully that if God forgives their sins, but there's always that thing that they have to go first and seek forgiveness from the person they've offended. And so then God writes their name in the book of life and commits to them for the next year. But the thing that I find very interesting is that in their practice, this one day, those who are, traditional in their, what do you call it, practices, that they wear white. And the white they wear is to remind them of the angels and the lightness and the purity of the angels. They're not allowed to wear leather because their forgiveness, if they're asking for forgiveness, then there should be nothing on them that is a result of having killed an animal. They don't eat, so the question of pure diet doesn't arise. And they don't have marital relations. So it's like they're following all of the disciplines for one day that we follow as a matter of course every day. I love this connection between Judaism and Hinduism. Judaism is the first branch of the tree. So please tell me how we can serve all those souls who are feeling penitent at the moment and asking for God's mercy and asking forgiveness. How can we help them?
yeah, because they're punishing themselves, in some way.
In a way, yeah.
The transformation has to happen first in their thinking, in the sense of that, okay, it was done,
Yeah.
and also God, anything which has happened, forgiveness is always there. Like with Baba, we see any child has done any mistake. Baba never punishes that child, but increases the enthusiasm, increases courage of that soul. That soul can continue in a beautiful way on this journey instead of repenting and then falling back or withdraw from something. So we are practically seeing what God is doing to us when we make mistakes. Even Baba says, yes, Mama used to say one time, then second time, but don't do third time because then you
Yeah.
won't be forgiven. So
Yeah.
if they have done it out of habit or out of ignorance, I think they have to have trust that God has forgiven them and now they should move forward and not repeat those mistakes.
And
That
so
is,
by our being that at the moment, even seeing ourselves as angels, can those images and those feelings of God's peace, etc., reach them?
yeah, I think
Yeah, I think
you
so
are
too.
telling us this
Yes.
afternoon, but whole day we could have served.
Right. No, it starts at sundown today and it goes on till, I guess, sundown tomorrow.
Yes.
So that it's a very, very holy day for them.
Yeah. So anyway, Baba is saying sparkle of contentment. So
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
that sorrow, all that repentance, and yeah, because I think in all religions they make them do that so they don't repeat it. But then from where the power will come,
yeah.
repentance doesn't bring power, realization bring power.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I always tell people don't regret and move forward and
Oh,
don't repeat it, and so everyone will forget it. No,
wow. Beautiful.
yeah, don't repent ever. A lot of people have this, oh, guilt conscious. I say, guilt of what?
Sorry.
Yeah, you
They're always
you
sorry.
accept your mistake, and then
Yeah.
Baba will forgive. If I
Yeah.
don't accept, then that's the big mistake actually, not accepting
Not
one
accept.
soul. Yeah, so realize.
Okay, we've shot over our time again. I'm glad there's tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Bhumi had been saying that we have more time. So I said, maybe next time you tell Body then.
Okay. All right. You told me 10, we've gone 15.
Okay.
Okay. Om Shanti. Thank you. So the Aviak signals for tomorrow, October 5th. Merciful Bestower, Master Bestower, embodiment of all attainments. So just as the Father has mercy for the children of the Bestower who are crying out for limited attainment, in the same way, you children who are embodiments of Master Bestowers should have mercy for the souls of the world. That your brothers are wandering around chasing after temporary desires. Children of the Bestower have a vision of mercy and compassion for your brothers. Be a great donor and a bestower of blessings. Be the sparkling jewels of contentment and make everyone content. Now, be merciful and reveal your form of being a bestower. Shanti.
Merciful and Bestower, Master Bestower, embodiment of all attainments. Just as the Father has mercy for the children of the Bestower who are crying out for limited attainment, in the same way, you children who are embodiments of Master Bestowers should have mercy
for the souls of the world, that your brothers are wandering around, chasing after temporary desires. Children of the Bestower, have a vision of mercy and compassion for your brothers. Be a great donor and a bestower of blessings. Be the sparkling jewels of contentment and make everyone content.
रहम दिल, दातापन। मास्टर दाता सर्व प्राप्ति स्वरूप। जैसे बाप को रहम आता है कि दादा के बच्चे और अल्पकाल की प्राप्ति के लिए चाहिए के नारे लगा रहे हैं, ऐसे आप मास्टर दाता प्राप्ति स्वरूप बच्चों को विश्व की आत्माओं प्रति रहम आना चाहिए कि हमारे भाई अल्पकाल की इच्छा में कितने भटक रहे हैं। दाता के बच्चे अपने भाइयों के ऊपर दया और रहम की दृष्टि डालो। महादानी बनो, वरदानी बनो। चमकती हुई संतुष्ट मणियां बन सर्व को संतोष दो। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti, good night. We all had good time, but also we took a lot of power from each Shakti, right? So we have to be the embodiment of all the 9 powers. So tomorrow is the day, we call it victory over the 10, right? Vijayadashmi, called also Dashera. Burn the effigy of Raman, who had 4 heads, right? So that's the last day. Om Shanti, good night everyone, good night.